just walking the boy. Rocky, come here, bud. Hey, come here. Come here. Sit. 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 Really? You really proved? Thank you. His nighttime walks, he likes to be a little adventurous. All right, let's go. Hello, Grayson. Just doing a little walk before we finish up for the night. Oh, that's a lie, because I take him out at like 3 in the morning, too. Good thing about being a polymorphic sleeper. I don't know why he started peeing like a girl. As long as he doesn't pee on his own front paws. You can't move your arm, this shit hurts. Well, tell her to get off of you. So just taking my dog out for his evening walk. Also, I've switched to white t-shirts because it doesn't show his fur. Isn't that right, Dingus? All right, that's enough. Let's go back this way. Don't worry, I don't dox people. None of the mailboxes in the area have, or nobody has a mailbox in the area. We have a centralized mailbox. So you need a lint roller. No, I need a fucking everyday vacuum because of Dingus here. This way, buddy. You want to show people your tree? The heat in Texas is ridiculous, man. No, you don't want to go in there, buddy. Come on. Let's go to your tree. Let's go find your tree. Let's go. There's your tree. Oh, I gotta get some shut-eye. I hope you're doing well. Get some sleep, bro. Rocky, is this your tree? Is this where all the squirrels go? You gonna get them? You see them? I don't see them. They're not up there, doofus. If he ever took a running leap at this tree, he could get to that notch. Please don't climb the tree. It's not even our house. Ours is over there. You good? You done for the night? He saw a squirrel once. Hello, Air Max. Hello, Edmund. You want to check one more time before we go back in? Is he up there? What are you barking at? I think there's actually a nest up there. I can't figure out where it is, though. He sees it. Hey. You don't need to eat. Get them. You're a good dog dad taking your dog for a walk. Thank you. He needs to get out. We go out 4 or 5 times a day. Hello from New York. Hey, I'm walking my dog here. What's up, New York? I used to live in Schenectady, upstate New York. All right, come on, buddy. Let's go get you some water. I want to put slabs down like this person has. They've clearly abandoned that house, though. You're in Buffalo. Buffalo's cool. I've been there a few times, picking up cars for dealerships. Rocky trying to climb a tree is hilarious. It is, but it got scary earlier today because he took 2 steps back and took a running leap. and got his front paws up to the notch. And if he figures out where to put his paws, he's going to climb that fucking tree. And then I'm going to have to catch him. And then I'm going to die. I don't want to die. Catching a dog. All right, buddy. That was a weird noise. And no, I haven't taken the paint off the ceiling, the tape off the ceiling yet. Why bother? What'd you do that for? Oh. All right, drink your water, kid. And then you get a couple of those. Drink your water. Drink your water. Drinketh your watereth, boy. Rocky needs a tummy rub. Oh, we spent the last 2 hours doing nothing but tummy rubs. Now he's got a couple of chew treats. On the bed. Yeah. Then he immediately goes back to watch TV. That's his life telenovela. Everybody loves Rocky. Nobody loves the gym. Martinez, what is up? Thank you. Thank you, fucking. Why does it enable me to hit share? Look at my ceiling. It's got nothing to do with you. Love you, Jim. Thank you. So I posted a short today. They sent me a Glock 17 spring and not a Glock 19 spring. But that's fine. I went ahead and bought a Gen 3 to Gen 5 conversion anyway, so I'm going to run a Gen 3 spring that I have. Strike Industries makes one. You have a day off today? That's awesome. So yeah, I might be covered in crap because I was dremeling the shit out of a frame. Also, for no reason, I have a can of chili. This is chili, no beans. If you say has beans, I will deny your entry into my life. You will no longer be one of my heterosexual life partners. Also, my desk is a fucking mess. So, I will be sending out a bunch of emails in the morning. I am sending out all your hoodies on my way out of town. Pardon me. Interestingly, though, I'm taking my suppressor and the 2 guns that I have here with me. That way I don't have to leave them here in the house. Just in case one of you nutsacks figure out where I live. All dogs go to heaven? Yeah, they do. Oh, yeah. Rocky goes with me everywhere. He's my service animal. Not only does he go with me, nobody can charge him anything. Can't charge me deposits for like hotels or anything like that. Although we're just driving straight through. Wow, that is. Hold on. There we go. No, that's even worse. Blinded by the white. There we go. So great that Rocky is your service animal. Hey, Amp, thank you for the jewels. Thank you. Ooh, did it 8 times, 11 times. Holy shit, thank you. He's just rocking it out. Thank you, brother. Who are you? So my name is Joe. I run a channel called The Jiminy Show, which you're kind of seeing as you're doom scrolling probably. And what I am was a predominantly a video game collector back in 2016, 2015. When I started doing the channel, it was like 2015, 2014, something like that. I was doing video game hunting and stuff like that. I was working for a car dealership, and I spent 17 years selling cars. And 2017, I died. 4/17/17, I died. After they resuscitated me, it was deemed necessary that I stop working 60 hours a week. So I got into firearms. it was October of 2017. A buddy of mine was telling me, hey man, my dad's opening a gun store. Let's go to the range, see if you like guns. We went to the range. I like guns. And I started a channel based around guns, or changed the focus of the channel from cars and video games to guns. And 2,000 videos later, here we are. And of course, this is YouTube, so they hate me. Even though they gave me that, and they really pushed me when Shorts, before Shorts was monetized for everybody, they used to have like a Shorts fund. So nobody was really doing Shorts until they made general monetization available. And all these 5 million plus channels started monopolizing the Shorts feeds because they have production. Yeah, I was getting anywhere from 800,000 to 2 million views per one of those. Sorry I called you Jim. Your name is Joe. Well, it's crazy, dying and coming back. Thank you. Don't worry about it, Carrie. Everybody call me Jim because the channel name is Jiminy, so everybody assumes my name's Jim. Totally fine. I answer to both. You can call me Jim, Jiminy, Jerry, Silly Billy, whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. YouTube did not give me a gun. YouTube is actively trying to kill my channel by issuing false takedowns. I can't call them strikes because they won't put them in as actual strikes because they're a bunch of spineless bitches who found a loophole in the law and they're using it to I'll answer to J-Dog, but they are using it to try to silence and suppress Firearms Channel. If you go back a year on these lives, you'll see that I used to get 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 views on the lives. Now I get less than 1,000. I used to get, a couple of hundred at any given time of people watching. But because I'm not twerking my ass or doing a mukbang and I have a gun behind me, they automatically shadow ban me. Because, again, they're a bunch of bitches. So I reached out. If you like gun content, go over to Instagram and even fucking Facebook, believe it or not. I post all of my Shorts content on both Instagram and it goes over to Facebook. And a video that gets 800 views here got 730,000 views on Instagram. So I'm still posting here, but most of my guns are elsewhere. That's actually why I'm going out of town. When I bring back those guns, I'll have 24, 25 that I'll have back in the inventory so that I can start producing more content again. That's Mr. Jim to you, only when I'm nasty. YouTube is anti-2-way. Yep, you finally got the slide on the frame. Nice. Yeah, except for the fact that they sent me a Glock 17 recoil spring. It works, but you can't rack it fully. But it does reset the trigger and release it, so at least I know that slide will work on that frame. So I ordered a Strike Industries Gen 3 to Gen 5 conversion. So it allows you to put a Gen 3 spring because they're smaller. Put a Gen 3 spring in a Gen 5 slide. Am I a veteran? No, I did not serve. I wasn't able to. I've been physically screwed up since I was a teenager, and I turned 18 in 1997 during the height of the drawdown for the military. That's when I think we were down under 600,000 troops or something like that. People were getting paid tons of money to just leave, so they wouldn't have taken me because I had flat feet and a bad back. Best subscribe, yeah! What do I think about the DY9? I like it. That's actually the original slide off my DY9. If you've never seen that video, it's up on the channel, I think, still. So that's the DY9 cut. So it's got slide cuts in it and everything. I put the extendo in there because I was making fun of people with extendos, and I called them douchebags. And the guy says, well, I guess I'll just keep being a douche. I'm like, really something to be proud of? But yeah, they sent me their island barrel conversion, which is why that slide was just laying around. And then I have the DY9Z or Z, the slim line. I love I got the most bare bone. It doesn't, yeah, man, it's cool and it works. That's the point. Nosy is not a problem. I have tattoos and I deal with guns a lot, and I'm not worried about that. I was trying to adjust my. I left my good tripods in Virginia, so I'm actually going to get some of my stuff back from Virginia, and yeah, so this thing's at an angle and it's pissing me off. There you go. Yeah, I'm so angry right now. You need a 50 round drum for it. I was thinking about getting the double 50, the 100 round, the one that looks like, and then running it in a compact just to piss people off, which I may do. But they have gun shows here in my area about 30 minutes away from here, so I'm going to start doing those. I'm probably going to sell part of what I'm going to pick up. I'm keeping my 2011s and my revolver, but I'm going to get rid of a few of my other guns to help fund my life, because my dad is actually borrowing me $5,000 so I can do this whole trip and get all my shit back. And something tells me he's going to want his money back. Yes. If you hear my dog moving around, sorry. That would be funny. Imagine holstering it. Well, I mean, we can hood holster it and just turn it around the wrong way and stick it in my pocket. Yeah, I called out a dude. The shorts video, I said if you put an extendo in your gun and you use 7 different kinds of ammo because that's all you had laying around, and you're putting 7 rounds in a 33 round mag, you're a douche. And the guy literally says, well, I guess I'll keep being a douche then. It says a lot about that committee. But anyways, positive vibes only. Vibes. I don't know why I said vibes. I meant to say vibes. So I want everybody to be happy, positive, have a good time, talk about stuff they want to talk about. Am I gay? No. I mean, for the right dude, maybe. Like, if Ryan Reynolds really wanted to suck my dick, probably. And you're lying if you say no. What else we got going on? Although my Glock tattoo is gay. We're covering that up. So 2 years ago, I bet my viewers, this was back before YouTube started being a bunch of bitches. By the way, it's partially my fault. I was one of the first full-time live streamers that had the whole wall of guns behind me. Because at one point I had like 50-some guns behind me all the time. And YouTube started cracking down to a bunch of bitches. But yeah, so I bet my audience that they wouldn't pay me to get a tattoo. By the way, this is a PICC line because I'm fighting a leg infection right now. I call it my heroin hose. But yeah, so they know I don't like Glock, the company. I hate the company. The guns are, they're fine. But I hate the company. So they dared me to get a Glock tattoo, because this was when I just started the sleeve. Still not done, obviously. And then somebody else paid me so they paid me $2,700 or $2,500 to get a tattoo. And then somebody else paid me $750 to put the rainbow in it. Am I going to bring back any of your guns with you? Yes. I'm going to bring back almost all of my guns with me that are in Virginia. So all my guns that are in Virginia. I might sell 1 or 2 to a couple of my buddies that were looking at a couple of my guns to help fund the trip. Because, yeah, by the way, if you like my channel and you've ever been here before and you want to buy a hoodie to help support my trip. So I had hoodies made and I've got extra. I have OD green and black 2X and 3Xs. They say the Jiminy Show, and then on the back they say don't tread on me. So if you want to buy one, they're $50. That includes shipping, which makes it one of the cheapest hoodies on YouTube. If you go to other fucking gun content creators, their hoodies are like $80. So $50 includes shipping. I'm shipping out all the ones I was supposed to ship out 3 months ago tomorrow, because I moved here in April before the shirts were done, or the hoodies were done, and it took forever to get them shipped down to me. So, also, nobody tell my dad, because they don't know I'm driving back. We did the math. I did the math. So it was going to cost, because it's 19 guns in their boxes. So 19 guns shipping from Virginia to Texas would be a few $100s, probably more, because a couple of them are competition cases, so they're the big ass fucking airline approved cases. So to ship 19 guns would probably cost about $300. And then the local FFL, I love her to death. It's this little pawn shop that I use. She's a great person, but she doesn't like to do multiple handgun forms, so I'd have to wait a week between every 3 guns, which means it would take 6 weeks to get them all out and cost me another $200. So it's actually going to cost me the same to drive home and get them. I say home, but yeah, it's going to cost me the same to drive and get them. I inspired you to become a rabbi? Is that even spelled right? How did I inspire you to become a rabbi, sir? Hold on. Just realized something. One of you fucks could have called me and I would have never been able to stop it. Not you, the people that have my phone number. But anyways, kind of turn back this way so you can see the gun. It's the gun right now. I may give away that 507K. I haven't decided yet. We'll see what gun I'm picking up because I got a couple of guns that I took optics off of. I think my XP Pro, I took the optic off, so that's probably getting it. Did I just say the word? Which word? How do you feel about the new Walther PP in 32 ACP? I haven't put my hands on it. The biggest problem I have with Walther is they charge too much for what they sell. I mean, I know it's probably cheaper than a PPK, but PPKs are $900 freaking dollars, so they're too goddamn expensive. Nice, yeah, I would just dry them. I took advantage of one of the 4th of sales PSA has in the Vortex strike fire with the lower parts kit. So I did not. I'm gonna wait for Labor Day. It's Labor Day coming up, right, in September, and I'll probably buy a couple of parts kits. Hopefully by the end of August, I'll have the house done enough to get it inspected for my home FFL, which means hopefully if I get it done by the end of August, that means September, October, by November, I should be able to resume my FFL. Yeah, because I need to reinforce the gun room. The gun room, it's got a window that's going to get embedded bars so that you can't break into it. So they're not just screwing into the studs. I'm literally pulling the drywall and I'm going to run the steel rebar through the wood, so you can't just break in. What else we got going on? Yeah. Thoughts on the BS foregrips on rifles debate. What do you mean by BS debate? I've been kind of out of the gun world just because I haven't had guns to do any content with. What do I think about foregrips on rifles? They're fine. For some people, they definitely help. When it comes to AR platform, I do a magwell hold because of my disabilities. My arms aren't stable enough to hold on a C-clamp. If you're talking about foregrips on like a tactical style foregrip, depends on how you run it, man. Like if you're always C-clamping, you don't need a foregrip, you need a hand stop. If you're always holding out and your arm is supporting underneath because you got a lighter laser on the side, then having a foregrip helps. If you're talking about the debate between verts on pistols and stuff, I don't have a dog in that fight anymore because I don't care. I only got it because last time they had to have the lower parts kit for 100 beams. Now they're 120. Dude, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Also, if you guys are on Amazon, get this thing. It's called the Hardell. It's a mini wireless Dremel. Only thing I don't like is this LED light. I'm probably going to rip it out or break it because I don't like the LEDs. Like you can't turn off the LED. But it's a mini cordless Dremel. It's great for little projects. Which is kind of funny because I think it has the same guts as Rocky's nail trimmer. So this is Rocky's nail trimmer. He loves it and he hates it because every time I trim his nails, he goes nuts. Fair point. I try to be sensible. Not everybody agrees with my take on stuff because even though I am a gun guy, I'm an everything guy. I'm a computer guy, I'm a comic guy, I'm a book guy, car guy, an animal owner. Rocky's pissy because it's sugar. You're running angle grips on your AK and your AR pistols. And what's funny is the definition of an angle, 5 degrees. All you need is a 5-degree tilt, and it's not a vertical grip, which is kind of silly. It's kind of like the pistol brace for my Mac 9. By the way, I sold the Mac 9. Hand stop, yeah. So hold on a second. Like this is a brace. This is a brace. It's a Picatinny mount brace for a MP5 style gun. That's a brace. In the eyes of the law, this is a fucking brace. Okay? I kept this because it normally didn't come on the gun anyway, so if I pick up anything else that uses like an AR, I'm probably going to get like a Ruger PC Charger, and this will go right on it. What, you sold the Mac 9? No, I kept the pistol, the 2011. I sold the MP5 style one because it was doing nothing for me and I wasn't shooting it. And the guys over at SDS told me I could because I reached out to a bunch of companies. Olight and Osight stepped up in a big way. Osight has been sending me every optic they make. I had dinner with them last year in Virginia. They've been sending me every one. I've got all of their optics. And they donated $1,000 to Rocky and me during our GoFundMe. So SDS, they couldn't donate monetarily. So they sent me guns and they're like, just get rid of them when you're done with it. So I was like, okay. So that's what I did. But I kept all my accessories and stuff. So yeah, this is going to go on something with the pick rail adapter. The gun was fine, but I'm not a rifle guy. I'm not a PDW guy by nature. So it just kind of did me no good. And until I get my rifles back from Drunk Mouse, I really didn't have any rifles to care about. Also, I reached out to Springfield trying to get their guns in Kel-Tex, and they just give me a lot of shit lately. How's the house coming along? I finally pulled the sink out of the kitchen and pulled the broken PVC pipe out of the kitchen and nearly threw up. But once I got all that out of the kitchen, it smells better in there. I have to cut the rest of the inbuilt cabinets out. And yeah, once I cut out the inbuilt cabinets, what's left of them, they're all cut up. Then I can rip out the back wall and the floor. But I'm still on this thing, so I don't want to risk ripping this out of my arm. I only have like 2 weeks left of meds, so once those meds are done, then I can get to it again. Yeah, so I hope to get back on the house after I get back from Virginia. Am I planning on getting the new Mac 2011-ish thing they're releasing? I reached out to Jared over at SDS to see if they can get it for me. I need to start producing more content for them. I need to start producing more content for everybody. It's no fault of any of these companies that they aren't sending me product right now because of the simple fact that I am not producing enough content right now, and I know that. But that's why I also reached out on Instagram and started doing more on Instagram, Facebook, to get more views across more platforms. But yeah, I will reach out to them once I produce a bunch of videos next month. Cool, a lot of progress, especially doing most of the work solo and the health issues. Prayers for a speedy recovery, though, man. I appreciate that. What's slowing me down again this month is the fact that I'm driving back and forth from Virginia. That's going to cost about $500, which was $500 I had set aside for the tankless water heater and some stuff for the kitchen. So I have to put off a lot of it until August 1st. No, you're good. I just wanted to see your take instead of a guy getting paid thousands to say it's good. Well, I'm sure I'll get it. And my number one thing, I did a video call with the guys over at PSA, really nice guys. And the problem we have in today's market, it's so saturated. You got lots of bigger guys than me. 200,000 seems like a lot of subs. It really isn't in the gun sphere to these companies because I don't produce enough range content for them, which is 100%, again, valid. It's valid. I'm working on it. As soon as I get back, he's going to daycare. I got all of his vaccinations updated. So he's going to go hang out with dogs for a day every week, and then I'm going to go shooting every week, and I'm going to do a lot of shooting. But I don't want to do affiliate marketing. It sounds weird. I don't want to do it because I don't want it to be a measured metric for me because I'm not going to push it. If they make that part of the agreement to let me use their guns, it's not going to happen. Because I don't work for Palmetto, I don't work for Sig Sauer, I don't work for Rock Island, I don't work for any of these companies. So affiliate marketing sounds really good, especially for micro influencers, guys with under 1,000 subs and things like that. Affiliate marketing is a great way to get your foot in the door. But at the end of the day, when you do affiliate marketing, you are selling product for these companies. You are working for Palmetto. You are working for Rock Island. You are working for companies to earn product and commissions. And the commission is always less than you'd make if you actually worked for an actual business. So as much as I appreciate that that's a way for them to guarantee that they get a return on their investment, it's not how I want to function as a channel. I would rather wait, get the guns with my money, my YouTube money. If I get everything sorted out, my YouTube money can buy one gun a month. Cheaper guns, or one every other month, or with donations and shit like that. I don't ask you guys to give me any money. That's why I offer products and things like that if I ask to try to do a fundraiser. So if I got to wait a month and a half to buy a gun because I'm not willing to do their job for them, no hate, by the way. That's not a hate thing. It's not I'm not dissing them. I'm not throwing shade. These companies get thousands of requests a month for their products. If they gave everybody that called them a gun every month, they'd be bankrupt. Are you going to the state park to do some range footage? Yes. I have to go out there, so I'm about 25 minutes away from a place called Sam Houston National Forest. It's state land, it's a national forest, you can shoot there. I need to go out there and scout it out. I'll take you guys out there when I do it. I'm not going to geotag it though, but I will go out there when I find a spot, and then I will probably take a couple of guns with me, maybe some paper targets to see how it feels, and then we'll see if we like it, then we'll keep doing it. Otherwise, I'll have to find an indoor range somewhere. Any Rock Island 2011 updates or videos soon? What do you mean by Rock Island 2011 videos? Did they start doing a 2011? They do the high capacity 1911s, and I've done a few videos on those. The last one I did was on the last one I bought. It won't be going to the range because I think Mouse has it. Yeah, I think Mouse has it. Hey, if any of you guys are in my Discord, can somebody go over there and tell them I'm alive? You're sitting in a perfectly good indoor range from where I'm sitting. So the funny thing is, I thought there was range behind me, like open woods area. There isn't. This is a community, so I can't shoot on this property. I wish I could. But again, I'm 25 minutes away from a national forest, so all I have to do is find a place to go shooting that's far enough away from the road so that nobody will bug me. And I got a Jeep, so going off road isn't going to be a big deal. I just have to find the right places to go. So I need to do a day of scouting. Now, if I put the suppressor on it, literally I could shoot down my hallway and nobody would know if I put up like AR-500 steel. But hopefully you find a good spot, man. I should be able to. It's a big national forest. You think the Ramjet is going to be another platform, or are they stopping with the Canik? Do I think the Radian? It would make sense that they would reach out to more brands. I didn't know that they were making one for the Canik. Radian Ramjet is pretty cool. I'm not a Glock guy, but I would definitely try it out if they wanted to send me one. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, they did do that, didn't they? They did that as a collaboration with Canik. We'll have to wait and see. Honestly, when it comes to comps, I like Harrington Arms. Harrington Arms is one of my favorite companies when it comes to comps. They're not ostentatious. They're not like overly developed. Literally work on every gun I've ever used them on. I've run the same. I ran a 320 comp on 2011s. Never had a problem. And I'll do it again, motherfucker. Except for the Harrington arms is actually on my custom X5 build. I want to see that one horse AR-15 that comes with the super safety in it. Interesting. Selling a gun with an FRT from the factory is interesting. To each their own. I mean, I've got no desire to put an FRT in anything. I might consider doing one in a Taurus TX22 with extended mags or something, but I really have no desire. I don't see the point. Again, I'm a gun enthusiast, but I'm not a gun nut, okay? I'm not a guy that has to have it just because. I'm a guy that does practical shooting, self-defense style shooting, and accuracy shooting, and an FRT does none of that. Hello, Space Daddy. It's one I want to get, but people are charging a lot for them now. Well, of course, because anytime anybody produces something already made for the masses, they like to raise the price. Why wouldn't they? How you doing, Doofus? You good? Rocky's just watching me now. He's pissed because I had some Skittles and my blood sugar jumped. So that's what this is. I wear a constant monitor and I'm training him. So he recognizes my syncope and my fainting spells, but he's also recognizing when I'm eating sugar. It's either that or the MPA Defender. I've messed with the Defender, not with installing parts or anything. I would stick with an AR-15 platform before I went with the MPA Defender, unless you're just looking for a fun once-in-a-while toy. And I mean, if you're going to put an FRT in it, I guess it would just be a toy. I mean, I would never carry my AR-15 with the binary in it. Actually, binary is a lot safer, but it also has a $2,500 upper on it, so I don't want to lose that. Once I get my FFL established, I will probably work on Class 3 stuff. Oh, if it's just for fun, then yeah, the Defender will be a cool one for that. If you're talking about practical home defense, things like that, then I would stick AR platform. You still EDC in 1911, even in the Texas heat? Yes, I do, because to me, it's, you know, it is 43 ounces of steel on my hip, but I don't care. Carrying a gun, yes, a 3-pound gun on your hip can weigh you down over time, but it's, so 20 ounces, 26 ounces, 27 ounces for a loaded Glock versus 39 ounces for a loaded 1911. Over the course of a day, it really doesn't matter. If you're affected by a 10-ounce weight difference a lot during your day of EDC, you're either very small framed or you have even worse medical problems than I do. FUD! Yeah, FUD. Hey man, my 1911 that I'm carrying right now has an external extractor and a red dot on it. That's about as far away from a fucking FUD as I can get, bruh. And a magwell. And a polymer follower in the mag. That boy ain't right. My fingers do this. Hello, Smithers. Smithers, Smithers. I wish to go to the moon. Right away, Mr. Burns. Hey, Dougie. Come here, Dougie. Come here. Up. Up. Come here. Up here. Come here. Come here. You can see his nose in the corner. Come on. Come here. Up. Up. There you go. Come here. You're okay. Come here. Stand up. Stand up. Come here. Okay, turn around. Turn around. No, no. Stop barking. Here, stop. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey. Come here. Come here. Turn around. What is it, Timmy? Did Lassie fall down the well? Stop barking, okay? He thinks I'm playing. Come here. Come here. Walk forward. Come here. Come say hi. So Rocky's in one of those moods. I'm sure my blood sugar is spiked right now. Problem is it's connected to my phone. And he's getting all fucky because of it. When I get vacation, we shoot my 300 blackout. It has a super safety in it. I've shot a 300 blackout with a super safety in it, or an FRT. I had a gunsmith replace a barrel on my Class 3 Mac. He test fired it and shot some ceiling tires out of a next door gun range. What? How the hell do you do that? Oh, because it was a Class 3 full auto? Come here, buddy. Turn. Come here. No, I'm not trying to fuck with you. I'm trying to pick you up. Come here. There you go. Come here. Turn around. Turn around. Look that way. Come here. Come here. We're not playing. Just turn around. There, stop. Stop. There you go. There you go. So Rocky's a lap dog. Say hi to Rocky. Hey, over here. Good. Now he's looking right at you. He's a good boy, isn't he? Good boy. Okay, you can get them. There you go, buddy. Relax. We're not goofing around right now. They are fun to shoot. Just expensive. We got away from. Yeah, no. When you said it was a Class 3, I should have realized that it meant full auto. Anyway, I'm now a plain white tees man because you don't see as much fur on me. You can see how much is on my hat all the way by, yeah. Ah! I'm using the new build kit. I'm getting to build one, but in 5.56. Nice. So, I am the anomalous guy when it comes to guns because if I don't shoot rifles, it doesn't hurt my feelings. But when I do shoot rifles, I shoot them well. If that sounds a little bit weird. Like, I'm not a rifle guy, but I find it's harder to shoot pistols than it is to shoot rifles. And if you remember Lunker's TV, do you remember Lunker's TV? Is he still even a thing? After he went all fucking commercial and divorced his wife, I haven't seen anything from him, but I could just be because I haven't looked him up. Yeah, okay, so he's changed his stuff up too. He's just a fishing channel now, or a hunting channel. But Lunker's cool. Lunker was a military sniper. I used to watch him a lot more back in the day when he was on with Demo Ranch a lot, and they partnered up with a lot of stuff. Matt seemed to have broken some of his ties when he teamed up with Roman Atwood. Again, not saying anything negative about anybody, but he changed his approach to his channel and his business when he started actually working like the business side of his company. And I don't know, maybe Lunkers was just too like wild for him, but yeah. Armored ball caps, yes. Demo Ranch tested one. I think Kentucky Ballistics tested it as well. Do a 22 long rifle version. That'd be cool. Did you see the picture on Discord? No, I have not been on Discord since earlier today when I posted the picture of the dagger with the wrong spring in it. It's single shot. My dagger is now a single shot. That's the other reason I put a 33 round happy stick in it, is because it's a single shot gun right now. It can't come back far enough to eject the round. Why? What was the picture? Is it something not safe for work? I can't dip out of here, otherwise I would. Smith & Wesson M&P's 22 is pretty solid. I would also recommend the Tipman. The Tipman 22 is a little less expensive and a little bit more feature-rich, and pretty damn solid as well. And I believe they share mags. It's a picture of you when you wanted the screen clip last stream. I don't remember the last stream. Yeah, so Tippmann and Smith & Wesson would be my two go-to AR-22s. Yeah. Yeah, I remember now. It's when I was trying to talk without moving my lower lip, but I was moving my upper lip. Hey there, Delula. Sorry, I'll just be quiet. No, man, you're fine. Talk all you want, Mouse. That's the point of these live streams. I'm here to just entertain the masses. I would have to have a 9mm getting Gatling gun that uses the 9mm, uses the Glock mags. They're cool, crank fired. What you need to do is spend $750, get an FFL with class 3 and full class 3, and then or an 0702, and then you can get a GAU 7 or GAU 6, the 5mm Gatling gun. You can get it online for about 60 grand. Hey boy, you good? You good? I tuckered him out. We played tug of war. I beat him severely. Good thing about dogs, you can't see the bruises through the fur. Bass, what's up? Also, if you think I'm serious about beating a dog, shut up. Because nobody ever beats an animal. I would rather beat up an orphan than beat up a dog. Now, one of you is going to say, oh, you'd hit a child? And I will point out that no, I said I would beat up an orphan. An orphan can be a grown-ass man or woman. If Gina Serrano was beating the shit out of me every day, I'd fight back eventually. Or learn to, get there on it. Want some peanut butter? See, there's no hole. It's fine. What's a deal that you would suggest on a firearm or gun accessory? When you say a deal, do you mean like what's a good deal for something to get? It depends. Like some people like a really good holster, and $17.91 at $50 makes really good holsters for not a lot of money. If me and my dog lick the same finger, does that mean we made out? My hands are bisexual, everybody gets them. My hands are incels. They don't touch nobody. Let me see what my BP is right now. Can you believe how fat he is? I'm only 5'3". Come on, guys. I'm stocky. Yeah, Sarah, the July 4th are ending, and I was wondering if you knew of any good deals. I really haven't been paying any attention because I don't have any money right now. When I don't have money, I don't really go looking for deals, and since I've never been like a deal giving channel, I wish I had an answer for you. It's actually not bad, 139 over 92. For me, that's good. Rocky, hand me that notebook. Rocky, I need my notebook. Fine, I'll fucking get it myself. You're not helpful. Size you probably chew it. 5'3". I thought you were 4'5". I am slightly less than average in height, intelligence, penile size. They're all the above. No, I have my first doctor's appointment with my primary tomorrow, and I'm trying to document everything to show him that what I'm suffering from is stress-induced hyperglycemia. Nobody that's ever met me in real life tell anybody how tall I am. That's the one secret I'm taking to the grave. I can tell you this is an extra small shirt from the boys department. And I bought, like, this is a miniature notebook. I'm not actually that big. BP139 over 90. Was it 90 or 94? We'll say 90. Pain. 5. Blood sugar. Last I saw it was 225 because I had just eaten dinner. No naps. So if I take a nap and actually fall asleep, my blood sugar drops by 200, 250 points. I'm the shortest person you know. McMahon is still around? Yeah, he was actually in one of the last live streams. He pops in from time to time. I took a month off from doing the live streams, so it's not unusual. Like, to say that nobody's... The people that have kind of gone off and done their own thing that I can name offhand would be like Zaxxon. Zaxxon was a big dude on the channel, but life kind of took over life, so he had to step away. Also, I think he felt weird after he paid for my tits and left. Why are you licking yourself, bro? You being a good boy? I'm here, just got done mowing the yard. What's up, Cody? I need to get a mower, but I need a riding one. It's too expensive to pay the lawn guy. It's $100 a month, and I don't have that kind of money right now. I said, I'm using most of my Social Security just to go get my guns just so I can sell a few of them. We're leaving tomorrow. If you guys are interested in a hoodie, I've got 2X, 3X, and one 4X in black. A couple of 2X and 3Xs in OD green left. $50 includes shipping. You got to do it through Cash App, though. You can't do it through YouTube because YouTube takes 40%. So unless you want to add an extra 60%, because whatever you add on, they take 40% of that. Yeah, it has to be through Cash App if you guys want to help support the channel. So I can build more stupid shit like a PSA dagger with the Daria DY9 top on it. Nice. Have a safe trip. Let me know when you're back, please. I'll be back on Saturday. So I'm leaving tomorrow night, probably Wednesday morning. So I'm driving all day Wednesday, taking care of business on Thursday, and coming back on Friday. So I'll be back by Saturday. Wish I was closer, I'd mow it for you, no charge. And I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. I wish, even if there was somebody like kids in the neighborhood that would do it for like $10 a week, Quick turnaround time, good. No, I just don't want to spend any time there. I'm not going there for fun. I'm not going there for a visit. I'm going there to get my guns. That's the only reason I'm going back to Virginia. I don't know if I'm going to tell anybody other than my parents that I'm even going. I have no obligation to tell anybody because the last time I drove from Virginia to Minnesota to hang out with family for a week. By hour 2, I wanted to leave. I hear there may be national reciprocity. There should be. There's a lot of states that have full reciprocity as it is. But yes, there should be national reciprocity. If you've proven in your home state that you are capable of carrying a concealed firearm, then that should fucking qualify in all 50 states. When they refuse to recognize an out-of-state CCW, it's like them saying, well, we kind of think where you came from is retarded. Max, what's up? Not much. If I lived in your precinct, I'd vote for you. The problem with that is I would have to be willing to run for an office, and I hate politics so much. I vote. I make sure to pay attention who's in my district to make sure that I vote on issues that matter to me, but I hate politics. I'm in Michigan. Sorry, man. It's a good state. Got Henry's holster icon 2.0 for revolver. I'm used to it. Click retention fit. This one is friction fit, but it feels pretty good. Anyone else have experience with Harry's holsters? Harry's. Sorry, I said Henry's. I don't personally. I've been following you since you showed us the guitars. I may do a walkthrough at my dad's place to show you how many more guitars and what he did with the apartment that I used to have in the basement. I'm not in Michigan. I'm in Texas. Mr. Mark Travis did. What's up, Count? How you doing today, brother? Glad to see you're still going, man. You know about Chud the Builder and what his thoughts stand on your what he thought stand your ground was? No, I have not looked it up. What did he do? Cool. I have a sister in South Lake, Texas. I'm not quite sure where that is. I'm up just northeast of Houston. Texas is so fucking big, man. It's incredible. I think that's when you were first selling merch. I did a giveaway. I think that was the first run of t-shirts when we did the Jiminy Show t-shirts. It's close to Dallas. Okay, so that's about 3.5 hours for me, so that's not too terribly far. Yeah, so my mom used to live in Garland and Pflugerville. I had family that lived in Austin for a while. My dad, when we were here in 1990, 89 and 90, we were at Fort Hood in Killeen, Texas side. Because Fort Hood is so big, you can drive across it for 2.5 hours. Because they have so much land out there for training purposes, it's insane. So depending on which side of it you lived on, you lived in a different city. Chud was a builder, would go to black areas armed and call black people the N-word and film them. Oh, well, no, I probably never really watched that then. I don't like rage baiting. I don't like aggressive auditors. Like 2A auditors or even First Amendment auditors kind of get on my nerves. There's a proper way to do it and there's an improper way to do it. If you're confronted by somebody that doesn't know the law, that's one thing. But it is also your duty to educate while not instigating. So it's like I almost have confusion when it comes to protecting a source as a journalist. No offense, you fucking tell stories. I tell stories. I'm not going to dime on people, but I don't know if I'd go to jail for some idiot over a quote. Take that how you will. My dad lives in Kentucky. His dad was a coal miner. That's cool. People got mad at Chud. He would make monkey noises and call them chimpanzees. He's in prison now. He's facing attempted murder. Jesus. Okay, well, I mean, show of hands, one in the chat if you're one of those people that really likes that kind of content. If you're one of those people that likes rage baiters, you like watching them causing nothing but strife in other people's life and being dicks, put a 1 in the comments. Mostly so that I can ban you. I like peace. Yeah, no, my channel is way different from everybody's. So I get people kind of berate my channel because I don't do the kind of stuff that other channels do. Like, even though I'm on YouTube and I have to call myself a YouTuber, I got a plaque and fucking sponsors and shit. I don't do current event stories. I don't jump on the fucking bandwagon when a shooting happens. I don't jump on the bandwagon for Me Too shit. It's if something happens in the world and it affects me directly, I talk about it. But when Uvalde happened, I didn't make a video. What needed to be said had already been said, and it was visual and it was already out there. But motherfuckers, these fucking penny chasing little bitches, make 100 videos talking about the response, blah 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 blah. I can't do that. I can't stomach that shit. I always say all lives matter. Everybody matters. I mean, in my opinion, some rocks are better than some people. The guy was ridiculous. I saw when he went to jail. At least you don't ASMR with the 226. At least I don't ASMR with the 226. Didn't I ASMR with the 226 a couple of times? When I did my cross build between my navy and my stainless, I thought I did an ASMR on that one. But yeah, it's just, I'm not the kind of guy that's trying to do YouTube to be a millionaire. You know, you see all these stupid fucks that steal other people's content, don't credit them, re-upload the shit, get monetized, and YouTube's fine with that because they're getting paid. And then I'm not willing to do that. Like, I'm not willing to send a packet to a manufacturer and go, look, for $5,000, I'll review your gun. Let's check it out. Yeah. The things I've learned from just going to NRA shows and gun shows and talking with manufacturers and talking to some higher ups in a lot of companies, like me and Paul over at EAA spent a good hour talking about their guns. Jared over at SDS, Lou over at Rock Island. A lot of these dudes, right? A lot of these super cool fucking dudes. If you ever get a chance as a content creator to talk to a manufacturer that isn't just a dick, you'd be surprised. I did talk to the owner of Alchemy Arms at NRA show. I will say I'm still not that impressed with their guns, but I am impressed with his way of thinking, which is a bigger thing than the guns in my opinion. They're not worth $7,000, they're worth about 4, but I get where he's coming from. This year, Buck was the 4th of July victim. What do you mean? Did you follow up with Kevin from Ruger? No, not yet. I'm not doing it until I'm back from Virginia. I go to a gun range, but I won't. But I want to be accurate, and I'm 61 with glasses. I'm trying to understand the statement why you don't want to go to a gun range. Is there a problem when you're at the gun range, you don't like being at the gun range, or is it because the protective eyewear is occluding your vision? Is there? I'm just trying to understand a little bit more. So you can get around the glasses issue. I wore glasses up until 2023. I had LASIK done in 2023. Worst $5,000 I've ever spent. But glasses are not an issue. You can get safety glasses that can cover your regular glasses, even if you wear bigger glasses. Or if you just make sure that your glasses are of a high quality, then they're usually ballistic capable. Yeah, well, that's where I was going with that one, Joe. Is you do need to put time behind whatever you're carrying. Even if you only want to be accurate with an EDC gun, if you only want to carry one firearm, you want just like the dagger behind me, for example, then you train with it. If you put a red dot on your gun, you train with the red dot. If you put irons on your gun, you train with your irons. Guys like PewView and a few other guys have done a lot of videos recently because they were calling out Ken Hackathorn because he was saying that within 7 yards, red dot doesn't do shit. Actually, he said within 10 yards. And PewView actually proved that's true. And it's absolutely true. It's muscle memory and your ability to point shoot. Most of the guys, like his camera guy and the other guy he had with him when they were shooting, he was telling you because of the way they hold, they were just aiming with their thumb. So when you're properly holding a gun, I can't pick one up, obviously, this is YouTube. But when you're properly holding and you're pressing, now I have a high holdover like PewView does. I'm basically seat clamping the front of my pistols. But when I'm doing that, my thumbs are pointing at the target. So as long as I can do that, I can be pretty accurate. Aren't Oakley's range approved now? I'm sure they make a line. My landlord has gun restrictions, so I'm looking for a new apartment with my wife. Oh, that sucks, dude. I try to break into mainstream success doing videos suggesting, say, Tanfoglio shoots flatter than a Pit Viper. Tanfoglio, some of their guns probably do shoot flatter than a Pit Viper because Tanfoglios, especially like their Stock 2 and their Stock 2 Elite, they have so much more weight in the nose. Taran Butler, he can help create the Pit Viper, the Sand Viper are extremely great guns, extremely fast guns. They're not worth $8,000, but they're extremely good guns. but he actually takes weight out of the nose and focuses on the compensator to hold it down. Whereas guns like the Stock 2, CZ oranges, tactical sport oranges, a lot of race guns, like pure race guns, not just like a do-it-all gun, but a pure race gun usually has a full non-cut dust cover that is weighted in order to keep the nose down. So a lot of them actually do shoot flatter. Tried using the thumb pointing method, but it's kind of hard for me. It takes a lot of forgetting what you know to get that grip. Also, it helps if you can mount the light on the gun because it gives you that extra grip on it to kind of get into it. So if Stone was in here, I'd make him happy because I've been dremeling the shit out of that PSA dagger. Here, let me show you what I did to it.
What I did to it? Yay, I did it. Yeah, I did it.
Did he say he did eat it? No. So I reprofiled the trigger guard. So it's more rounded, and I'm not done profiling it yet, but I took off, if you know a dagger, they have like a finger groove. They have a groove in the middle and a groove at the bottom, a sticky out pointy thingy at the bottom. So I'm removing that. I like the texture, so I'm not going to re-stipple it. But yeah, right now it's got a Glock 17 spring sticking out of it. It's just holding the gun together. I think it's hilarious.
Diddy daddle diddle diddle battle 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 fiddle faddle middle battle middle battle middle battle.
Bodyguard 2.0 is a great one. Yes, Bodyguard 2.0 is probably the only 380 that I would recommend that would be comfortable for carry and decent to shoot. A lot of 380s are snappy. Somehow the magical spring technology that Smith & Wesson was able to engineer into the Bodyguard 2.0 helped mitigate a lot of its recoil and the snappiness, which is the biggest problem I have with microguns. The 365 was one of the first ones to get the spring technology good. So there are 2A purses. Gun-Toting Mamas is who I would recommend first. Gun-Toting Mamas is a all-woman-owned company. They have all kinds of styles, so she can probably find something she likes. They have a place in it for your gun. They also have RFID blocking, so like nobody can use one of those scanners to try to rip your shit from like your chip cards. Also, the straps have a steel cable in them, so they can't just be easily cut. You can cut it with wire cutters, but who goes around with a fucking pair of bolt cutters stealing purses? Does the Bodyguard come in 9mm? Not that kind, not the Bodyguard 2.0. They did not make that in 9mm because Smith & Wesson has their Equalizer and their Shield Plus. The LCP Max is snappier, but it's solid too, yes. But I still think I would probably go with the Bodyguard myself, even though I'm a little bit over 5 feet tall. You EDC your J-frame 357. It's pretty darn comfortable. So revolvers are less recoil heavy because they don't have a moving slide. Now they do have a push and sometimes they have a snap, but that's more like with your hand. But it also means they do hit harder in that straight line, but they don't go up as much as they go back. It's just your natural instinct when you're holding your gun. So when you're locking your wrist out, like with the hold that I do, you actually lock the wrist out like that to help mitigate your recoil, because that's what part of your recoil control is. It's how much is your wrist snapping when you shoot, how much are you allowing it to snap. So I lock forward. So almost a Glock angle would be better, believe it or not, but you'll never hear me say that again out loud. But a revolver, it wants to push straight back because it has no reciprocating slide. So you get a more of a push, and where the barrel is matters. A Chiappa, it pushes straight back in your hand. A standard wants to push back and up because your wrist is naturally curving up. With a little creativity, it could be made into a 9mm, correct? Technically, yes, but it would take more geometry work because the overall length of the round is longer for a 9mm. Like, you could maybe hand feed one, maybe. I don't even think it'll fit in the chamber, though. So you'd have to redesign the chamber, the barrel, because a 9mm is what, 378, 0.378, and a 380 is 380. So they're close. The Shield X is similar grip as a 2.0. Nice. We don't have to. We just clipped it. Yeah. I need to start doing Twitch again too. This whole thing fucking took a month and a half away from me, and it sucks. So you guys just have to be patient with me. Speaking of which, what time is it? I actually need to do my meds anyway. So you get to watch me do drugs live on live. What happened to all her guns? Well, she has about 20 plus sitting with his friend in Arizona, and she is going back to Virginia this week to get the rest. So she will have 25 next week. This one is driving a long way. Oh, my little boy finally tuckered out. You finally sleepy, buddy? Finally sleepy? Doesn't he look cool when he's sleepy? He's like, this is what he does when I talk. He just relaxes because he knows I'm talking to other people. Boy, mate, we've got heparin, we've got sodium pentothal. No needles. I'm gonna be like that tonight in my bed, yeah. You want minis? Yeah. 10mm is great. Got to have one here in Alaska. The XDM is solid. Never heard anything about it. Kind of wish I got one over my M&P 10mm. The M&P is pretty solid too. Yes, the XDM is solid. Rock Island, Ivor Johnson, which is made by Rock Island anyways, and a couple other companies like Kimber, they make, wow, look at that eyeball fucking go fucking launched out of the stratosphere. 1911s in 10mm are pretty good. What are you doing with that flush? I'm flushing out my line so I can take drugs. Could you imagine what would happen if somebody abused this thing? Like if somebody really wanted to do something bad? So this is called cefazolin, and I'm getting allergic to it. The more I take it, the more it makes me want to vomit. Stay. This is my peanut butter. I taste meds when they go through my veins. Because your tongue has blood vessels. Yeah, so, but yeah. When you intern at Oxnard, the crackheads would steal the flushes from the ER. Well, yeah, because you can use needles and shit for everything. I wonder if anyone's ever thought about taking a shot that way. I would highly recommend not injecting liquid alcohol through a PICC line. Because for those of you that don't know, this is not just stopping in my arm. Ooh, it's starting to peel up. I'm going to have to get that changed next week. This PICC line is a line running all the way in and stopping about 5mm from my heart. So everything that goes in this line injects directly into my heart, which shoves it through my whole body. So yes, I'm sure people have done it. I jokingly call it a heroin hose, but yeah, it could easily be abused. If somebody really wanted to cook something up and fucking try to inject it. Don't forget, your generation is a generation that butt-chugged vodka. Oh, you know how many COVID fucking theorists would have been putting bleach and shit in this fucking thing? You've got to put bleach in your blood. I can't do a Trump impression. My IQ's a 3-digit, so, you know. Rocky is just laying there. He smelled the peanut butter. He's like, I want some now, fuck it. Yeah, so a regular IV is honestly probably safer, but directly injecting alcohol into your heart could actually damage the muscle. Going into your vein can damage the veins, but by the time it gets like, so if you're using an IV, the IV stops usually within an inch of being inserted. So all of that alcohol gets diffused by the time it gets to your heart. Um, if you do it with a PICC line, you're literally injecting alcohol into your heart. You can damage the muscle severely. Think about what alcohol does to your skin, what it does to your body on its own, and then try injecting that directly into your heart. You'd be fucked. I mean, there's dudes out there that have died from drinking 3 Red Bulls in one day. There's a kid that died because he took 4 aspirin in 8 hours. What are you having to take? I'm taking an antibiotic called cefazolin because I'm allergic to vancomycin and Zosyn. So this is a newer antibiotic. And then I use a saline flush and a heparin shot. Yeah, so my blood pressure has gone up 30 points since I started the live. What guns are you looking forward to bringing back to your wall in Texas? My Beretta 90-2, my GP100, my Fusion Firearms XP Pro, my SIG X3, my 320X full custom build. A couple of my Paras are still back in Virginia. My Super Stanley, my SSP. But I'm probably going to take 10 or so of them and sell them at the gun show here when it happens at the end of the month. Because, again, I have to pay my dad back immediately. So the Beretta, the GP100, the XP Pro, and my Paras are probably the only ones I won't sell. We'll see what happens with the rest. Yeah, like, I'm having a reaction to the cefazolin right now because, like, I'm trying not to puke. Which gun show? Conroe in Texas. Conroe does a gun show every month. What condition are you having to fight through? I have a lower leg osteomyelitis, bone infection. I'm allergic to most antibiotics, so we're trying this one. I've been on it now since the 12th of April. So, or 12th of May, excuse me. The 12th of May was when I started taking antibiotics, and we are now at July, whatever today is, 6th. So, yeah. Nearly 8 weeks of antibiotics so far, and I still got another week to go. Sorry. It happens. It's my own fault. I pushed myself too hard again, and then I decided to trust a doctor or a nurse practitioner without questioning it, and it bit me in the ass. When I get back from Virginia, I also am picking up the body cam footage from when they tried to kick me out of the hospital because of my dog, because I'm actually pursuing legal action and recourse against the hospital. So. Good boy. Put your ears down, buddy. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. We're right here, buddy. Oh, see? I'm tired too. Just go to sleep. He's fighting it. He doesn't like to sleep when I'm awake. But yeah, so I was talking to a couple of people, and they told me Conroe in Texas has a gun show like the 3rd week of every month. So as long as I'm back this weekend, it should be the next weekend. I can just go set up, take a folding table with me, put like 20 guns on the table, and see how many I can sell. If I can only sell 5 or 6, that's fine. Whatever. I'm not selling them to a gun store. It's fucking idiotic. That hospital messed up bad. Yeah, so until I file the lawsuit, I'm not getting into it, but I can tell you that their compromised care is the reason why I am still dealing with this weeks later. But the main thing is my lawyers, and this is recommended for anybody, you have 2 years to file a lawsuit after a hospitalization. Finish the treatment. Get the treatment done. I wound up going to a different location in the same hospital network, and they were a lot better, although they still had some failings, but I'm not going after them for that. I've talked about that before. They had misinformation about service animals because their own hospital lawyers were reinterpreting the law. But other than that, we were fine there. I usually do the Humble show and have had good luck with deals there. Nice! I'll have to check that out. I really wish I would have known that sooner. Wish you had known what? That I'm getting rid of some of my guns? I've been talking about that for a while. Thoughts on the Glock 29? I'm not a fan of Glock. It is what it is. The 29 is what? It's an SF. Is that the 40? No, because that's the 27. 28's a 380. Which one is the 29? 10 millimeter? Oh, I really have no. The lawsuit stuff, and I know you've been selling some, I just don't got a lot of cash. No, I get that, Michael. In Texas, the H is silent and humble. Just to help you. So when I go there, I got to go to humble? Call it humble? Cool. So suing a hospital is difficult, to say the least. You have to prove negligence or compromised care. And I know that when I watch the body cam footage, I'm going to come off as a dick. Because I was a dick. I was a dick to this doctor because of what they were doing. But I also know that the police disappeared with the cop for about 10 minutes. And when they came back, they were like, well, he's going to treat you. So I want to see the body cam footage to see what they said. I don't give a fuck what I said. I know what I said. I called them a little shit. I was yelling at the staff because they kept trying to overtalk me while I was talking to the police. Yeah. You got something cheap, I'm interested. Nah, unfortunately, what I got left is not cheap. Grandma grew up in Humble. That's where my grandpa is buried, I think. Oh, nice. I was worried you were going to tell me that he's buried in the backyard here. I'd be like, that's what Rocky's trying to dig up. Just kidding, he doesn't dig. I went a little bit early tonight because I was out walking Rocky, and I figured it'd be fun to show him trying to jump the tree. He tries to climb that tree every time we go now. He's starting to figure it out. No, he's not in the backyard, lol. I know. A lot of stuff you got is nice, though. Unfortunately, I sold a lot of the less expensive stuff because I was able to get okay prices for it. And what I got left, I really don't want to sell, but I really don't have a choice. You know, Mouse has got some of my stuff because he's been probably my biggest help. Yeah, I really have to pay my parents back right away, which sucks because I'm probably going to sell the Ruger. I'm not selling the Beretta 90-2. I'll probably sell my Darias. Probably gonna sell a couple of my 1911s. I've got like that Remington double stack 1911 and 45. I'm probably gonna have to sell that one. So yeah, I've got a few that I'm gonna take out to the gun show and try to sell. It's possible. However, if I do wind up selling it, I'm not selling it with the island barrel. It's going back with its stock top. I might take a bunch of my accessories. I found another 10 Checkmate mags that were in a gun case that I forgot. What I think the Kimber's new G2K is a new Kimber 2K11, like what the new dude in charge is doing with the company compared to their typical nuns. So they're doing what they need to stay relevant in the market. The Warrior, the double stack Warrior, is not U.S. built. I can tell you that for a fact. The 2K11 is, but they are importing the parts and the frames for the Desert Warrior or the double stack Warrior from Turkey, because I have contacts in the business that have looked at that frame and will tell you just from looking at it that it's made in Turkey. And if you look at the gun in person, it's 3 different shades of Cerakote. So it's definitely a parts build kit. The 2K11s, the expensive ones, are pretty nice. Hey Bruce, what's up, man? Keep the island barrel, that thing is nice, yep. Have you had a partner running a firearm business? I had a supposed partner for a while. So long story short, I got the FFL because my friend wanted to get an FFL, but he just kept letting his own life get in the way, so I went and got the FFL. I then put $100,000 of my own guns into the business just to watch it fail because I got no help. So yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't the right fit because I was the one there every day, and I'm the one that put up everything. Now, he did eventually take out a loan to help us out, but yeah, it was too little too late by the time that happened. I had already put up $100,000 in my guns. We sold like 70 of my guns. Plus I paid the rent, the internet, all advertising, all bills, phones. I literally paid for everything. I like Turkish guns. Turkish guns are fine. You can hate what Turkey does with their people, or you can hate the government. You can hate whatever you want. But the product itself, once it's in the Americans' hands, once it's American bound, they're sold to distributors. Distributors buy them and then sell them. When you're paying for the gun, you're not paying directly to Canik. You are paying to an American distributor or an American company who is selling it on behalf of an American distributor. It's kind of like cars. You think when you go to a Ford dealership, you're buying the car from Ford? No, you're buying it from a authorized Ford dealer, but that dealer bought the car from Ford. You're not really the first owner of a car, the dealership is. You're not the first owner of a gun, you're the third owner. Because the distributor buys it from the manufacturer, the dealer buys it from the distributor, and you buy it from the dealer. Most businesses fail in the first 3 years due to underfunding. Yes. That's why they charge you the markups. Yes, they do charge markups because everybody gets a piece. Like as a reviewer, if I get industry pricing on a gun, so my SIG stainless, my 1911X, it's a $1,500 retail map. Mine was $1,000. Love coming in these chats when we have a few minutes. Nice to have you in here. What gun is that? That is my PSA Dagger lower. with a Daria DY9 top. It has the wrong recoil in it, so it will fire, but the recoil doesn't work because it's got a Glock 17 spring in it. And since it's a single shot compact, I decided to put the extendo in it because it just makes fun of idiots that like extendos and compacts. I put a short up today. Oh wait, did you see? Yeah, it went up today. It's on my shorts feed. Go over to my shorts feed and watch it. I show how it will cycle the trigger, but it won't come back far enough to eject around. I have to run a Gen 3 spring in it. So I ordered a Strike Industries adapter to allow a Gen 5 to fire a Gen 3 spring. Did you need a PSA Dagger Gen 3 rod and spring? I actually do. If you have one, that would be cool. Although I have to run the adapter regardless because I dremeled the shit out of the front of the gun. I also reprofiled it, if you know your daggers. I love you. I rounded off the trigger guard. I want to make babies with you. All of you. Yeah, that didn't work. Why is there only one gun in the background? Because all my guns are elsewords. I'll send on Wednesday. I'll give you my new address, so I will email it to you. I wonder what happens if I try to run it while it's on my hand. So this is a BP cuff. It's made for your forearm. Are the Saber daggers actually better than the base model? Talking about the 2011 they have, it's pretty solid. I liked it when I saw it at NRA. Could you move again since last week because you just sent it to me the other day? Oh, did I? Sorry, dude. I don't remember who I do what with on anything. No, I'm still at the Texas address. I know someone who can make it frame for it 3D print style if that frame is beyond. No, it's fine. I just have to use the adapter because of the way I modified it. If this actually works, I'm going to laugh. So my palm is about to die. My palm says I have a blood pressure of 71/50. It's around 600. Wait. Oh, they have a Saber dagger like the one you have in the back. Oh, I didn't mess with that at NRA show. I really didn't notice. What happened to the guns? I'm leaving this week to pick up a bunch of them, and a bunch of them are with my buddy in Arizona. So the Saber is the 2011. So originally. So unless they have added the Saber name to the dagger lineup, that's why I was confused. And that's a bastard build. No, doesn't work on this side. Well, mags for the Saber. The 2011 is going to use Checkmate and Mekar. Thought it was their premium line of guns. You got me. I honestly, like I said, when I was talking with the guys from PSA, I really didn't get the right. We are not a good fit. Again, nothing against PSA. I've bought a lot of their stuff in the past, but them and me were not a good fit, like in terms of content and shit. So I buy everything that I show from PSA. Okay, why are you not working? Apparently, I don't have a pulse on this side. Excuse me, did I say Mekar? So, hold on a second. Well, that blood pressure's not going to work right. So this is a traditional 2011 mag. This is from Checkmate. This is just one of my standard ones. This is Mekgar's new 2011 mag. It is actually kind of based more on the old Checkmate design with the double ridges, but the feed angles and everything are much more standard 2011 than they are the Para style. So this is more 2011 style, Checkmate style, than it is Para Ordnance style. So this mag will fit in my Remington double stack, which is a Para pattern gun, but I haven't tried it. Yes, they do have a Saber AR line, and they have the Saber 2011s. That's why. I'm a vampire. Yeah. Have I looked at the X-Tar PDW? I've never messed with the X-Tar, but they were pretty inexpensive for a long time. But so yeah, so there is. You can see the cuts are in the exact same place, which is one of the difference. Where it starts to angle up is in a very similar spot. So these will work, like these work in the Bursa, and this is the factory mag for the Bursa M2XI. Their 2011 is made by Mekgar. So this is a Bursa mag. That's a standard. Yeah, so I'm not opposed to these mags at all. I kind of like them, although I do like the slicker finish. Now this is pretty slick, but this is a polished finish, so this is probably a little bit slicker. Best cheap PCC. The problem with cheap PCCs that run is they don't stay cheap forever, because everybody gets them and then they fucking talk about them all the time. Sugar-free purple. Followed by a Skittle. They cancel each other out. It's like eating a cookie and a carrot. Hello, LS. Yeah, they're still inexpensively priced, but a lot of companies, as they iterate and come out with newer versions, like Scorpions used to be like $700, $600, and then they kept changing it. And the current version is what, 1100? So there's two reasons to go cheap. One, you want to, or two, you have to. X-Tar gets recommended because it kind of meets both categories. A High Point 995 is cheap because it has to be. An X-Tar is cheap but with roller delay, so it makes you want to shoot it and buy it. You get into the full MP9, MP5 clones, 1,000, 1,200, 15, $2,000. They're no longer cheap, but you really want the guns. I'm just a pistol guy, though, guys. I'm just a girl. I have a headache and I'll be up all night, so. Do I have an AR-10? No. Used to. Sold it back when I had my store. I had a Stag. The only rifles I currently have, the HK 556 MR 556 that Drunk has. my Ruger 1022 in the Sharps Brothers chassis, and my Daria TM22. Those are my last rifles. Sold all the rest. Yeah, we're also going to watch a dick eat Skittles on live. Also, dog penis. He's like living with a girl that can't fucking get comfortable, man. He moves all night long. You know what it's like to wake up with a dog's ass in your face when he's farting? No, I don't have the gun store anymore. My FFL is technically still valid, but I can't do business because I don't have that physical address anymore. And I moved from Virginia to Texas, so I have to reapply. Do all Skittles taste the same? No. If you eat enough of an individual color, you can tell the difference in the flavors because they are lemon, cherry, grape, green. But if you just pop them all at the same time, then they just kind of get a little meh. Cheshire, we try to keep it a little bit more cool here. Lycan, long time no talk. Thank you for the huge donation, brother. We always appreciate that. You're king and a scholar. They all taste the same to me. I mean, sugar does that to people. I have a super taster tongue. Maybe I can taste them a little bit better, but they do have different tastes. Share, once you get established and stuff, you can tell jokes and things, but just popping in and saying you pooped, my mods will just dump you. I don't fight my mods. I used to, but then one accused me of getting too big for my britches, and then he stopped coming to the lives. What's not cool about pooping, we all do it. It's just popping into a live stream and just saying it. And I don't poop. I haven't pooped since 1987. I saw the first episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, didn't poop again. Let's just do this because I can already anticipate where this is going to go. There we go. A lot of people know. I know you are. I just stepped it up one degree of severity higher and just got rid of him because he's trying to fight it. Is that alright to text you after the stream? That's fine. Sugar. Everybody have a good 4th. Me and Rocky have really been getting into Johnsonville pork sausage. Put it in the air fryer for 12 minutes, crisp it up. Fucking love it. Oh yeah, I got to pop some fireworks. What about you? I didn't do any fireworks. Rocky isn't really a big fan of them. It doesn't bother him when it's far away, but we took him to the Olight shoot. He wasn't a fan. Watched fireworks on the 4th of July. Found a dead dove in the pool, and the pool cleaning robot died again. Sorry, man. That's one of those stories that goes, oh. Johnsonville jalapenos are good. Yeah, they're pretty good, but I share my food with my dog. It's also how I've been able to lose a couple of pounds. As you can see, this is an extra small shirt because I'm 4'8". No, this is an XL and I'm 6'4", and you can see it's super loose on me. Only reason I buy XL is because I'm tall. Spent 5 hours on the boat. Double lot, 90. What? You spent 90 hours on the boat? I was about to pick up a can of chili and eat it like a drink. But I've got almost red drink. 90 degrees, got it. I think. Oh. Need more flavor. You mean you don't use your medical scissors to cut your juice packets? 5 hours, 90 degree, hot redhead, ride or die. Oh, I have a soft spot for the redheads. So does my dog. He loves Rhodesian Ridgebacks. Red Rhodesian Ridgebacks. Are they available in any other colors? I don't know. Dude, there's a lot of messages being held. I think dude is going nuts. That is my drink for the evening. Irish setter. That's what we call red-headed hot lady that does tile work. This eye is just fucking doing whatever it wants tonight, man. I'm telling you. I'm just watching that bitch just fucking go off and see whatever it wants, man. I am ADDing with that eye right now. Oh, there you go. Yep, this is 100% better. So I have myasthenia gravis, if you don't know what that is. Myasthenia gravis creates muscle fatigue and difficulty controlling things, including my eye. So as I get more fatigued, the eye just kind of wanders off and looks at all this other shit. Like, it's really weird because I can see over there and over there at the same time from just this eye. Like, I cover this eye, I can see my wall over there, and I can see the AC going right now. Because, you know, on top of everything else, I'm a wide-eyed fucking zipper head. So it's really weird. Also, if I just cover my left eye, this one seems to focus better. Alright. Heart condition with dizziness. Do you have a indoor ranger near you? They seem to be state of the art. No, we don't have one of those. Is Texas better than Virginia in every way? Shed the sloth. So I don't have a heart condition. Myasthenia gravis is an autoimmune condition. On top of that, I also have MCTD, which is mixed connective tissue disorder, and all the other shit that I have going on. So basically, my body is, the best way I can say it is, have you ever been put into a crusher and just had your whole body crushed? Or have you ever had a fat person sit on you? Imagine that all the time, and then sometimes it feels like 10 of them are trying to kill you, and sometimes it's like 3 of them are. Hey, Mud Racer. So, like, my doctor told me to record my blood pressures, how often I'm sleeping. So I sleep less than 3 hours a day. Have been for years. That's not possible. Yes, it is. REM sleep only lasts 20 to 40 minutes anyway. So what happens is I'm a polymorphic sleeper like cats and dogs, where my body just shuts down. But yes, I do get, because the last time I had COVID, that also gave me the posturoorthothoracic blah, 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 where the blood doesn't get to your brain, it stays in your feet, where I go colorblind and deaf if I stand up too fast. It's an interesting condition and it sucks, which means I have to plan everything. Like all the work I've been doing on the house, I've been doing in less than 1 hour bursts. So redoing the entire living room took me 4 days, working about 45 minutes to an hour at a time. And I still haven't put the floor in because I'm still fixing the floor in the hallway, which is another fucking project because I still got to cut the floor out to find the fucking leak and block that off. How is bro alive? I'm too stupid to die. I tried it in 2017 and it didn't take. So I'm just one of those people where, and it's funny because I got a letter saying that they were going to say that I wasn't disabled anymore. So I actually have an appointment next month to go and sit down with Social Security because they sent me the appeal form. Have you had any recent surgery since 2023? Only 6. So, with 7 hospitalizations and total renal failure twice, well, almost total, virtually total. So I was about as close to total renal failure without dying as you can get twice. I told you guys a story about how I drove to the hospital and passed out. I drove up onto the curb at the hospital entrance because I couldn't see anymore. So the thing I ripped out of my pinky is now finally scabbing over and it hurts. Being normal ain't so bad. I wouldn't know. I've never been normal in my life. Born 2 months early, started school when I was 4, skipped kindergarten. I was always the smallest person in class. I was always the smartest person in class. Used to get beat up a lot because I was the smallest and smartest person in class. I'm Abby normal. Dude, I have so many issues that I have lifetime subscriptions. I don't know if you caught on to this, but a viewer misgendered you and called you her this stream. Oh, I saw it. I don't care. I did a whole bit back, said that she left them. I don't give a fuck what people call me. Call me a hermaphrodite. I don't give a shit. As somebody who's worn a cat suit and fake tits on a live stream, working on guns, I always get injured, so I cut my thumb. Maybe she saw the tits and dress stream. Well, it was a he, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I haven't done that in a long time. I don't have any of the tits anymore, but I still got the cat suit and the bikini. I wear them for fun. My dog hates it when I take him for a walk wearing a cat suit. Oh god, he's in full demon sleep mode. Motherfucker looks dead. Look at that, he's got the psycho eye. Ever since he got bit when he was a puppy, ripped out some of his upper eyebrow whiskers. That eye doesn't close all the way anymore. I always worry he's going to wake up speaking backwards in tongues. Quality problems with Smith & Wesson revolvers, I personally have not. Yeah, he can't close the eye all the way when he sleeps because he's missing 3 of the upper whiskers. So dogs have fur and then they have permanent whiskers, and a dog bit him above the eye and pulled out 3 of them, and they never grew back because it damaged the follicles. Oh, he's about to start kicking now. See when he twitches? Oh my god, you can't show guns, but you can show a dead dog? I think he's breathing. Yep, there you go. Also, dog penis. Hello. So that wasn't weird. Sorry, it's just that's the most. This angle makes it look even more open than normal. I feel bad, man, because when he got bit on the head, it sucked. He was not a happy camper. Then when he got his nose ripped open on the side when he was helping another dog. Technically, because it's a sheath, he's not actually naked. You had to share the doggy dick. At least it wasn't the pinkster. TMI moment, he almost never pops a boner unless he's pooping. He's like a human. That and the Rhodesian Ridgeback when he tried to hump it. The only dogs he's ever tried to hump were both Rhodesian Ridgebacks. I think he's got a little bit in him because his, like, back on his rear haunch, he has a little strip of fur that stands up when he gets super excited. But yes, if I have to stare at my doggy's penis, so do you. But now he's doing the kicking thing. Kick, you bastard. You're making me a liar. Not ending the live stream until he kicks. You pop boners when you poop? When it's that good a poop, don't you? This is the first time he slept today, and it's 10 o'clock at night. Poor widow guy. Everybody hit the like button for my dog. You know, I do have to point this out now, Bruce, but you typed the word dick and poop. You should delete your own sentence. Haha. This place is a fucking mess. It's like camping in a house. You're not that old. Dude, have you seen your arms? Okay. All right, fucker. I hate this stand. I don't know how this works. Come on. Keep fucking dropping down, you fuck. Not you, Rocky. He's like, what? Yeah, I don't know what just happened. Sorry. Anyways, guys, that's 2 hours. You said doggy, dick, poop, and boner. Yeah, but it's my live stream. I can say what I want. If you want to try to ban me, you can. No, so the bottom row of icons on an Android phone now has shopping, share, and for some reason, if I tap the settings button, it just launches me back into shorts. So YouTube has overwritten my lower buttons for some reason. And when I tried to stop the phone from tilting, I pushed the screen. I'm going to tackle my dog. Also, I need to go to bed because my eye's getting really fucking wonky. Everybody get white! Nice having the live streams back. It's been fun. I'm not doing it with any sort of goal in mind anymore, so I'm an OG mod. I can say pretty much what I want. Pretty much. So to those of you that remembered to email me your addresses again, your hoodies are going out tomorrow morning on my way out of town. If you want to buy one, they're $50 through Cash App. $ Jiminy. Get some sleep, good man, good stream. Yep, no problem. So they're $50 including shipping. I will take care of you guys. Glad I could catch another stream. Me too, man. Relax a little bit. Try to relax and get back on your grind when you get back on your grind, guys. Bruce, thanks for hanging out as long as you did. I'll pop into the next one of yours if I'm awake. This is a can of chili for no reason. And I'm going to show you my dog before we go. Hey, Rocky. Say goodbye to the people.
Well done, I'm sleeping.
There you go. Oh boy.